Greetings, my fellow unicorns. I'm Jolene. Welcome to Jolene Sparkles. Today we're going to go back to retrying last week's episode. Last week was a bit of a disaster. There was a bunch of little weird technical problems, and I did not exactly have the best start. I didn't do it the way that I really wanted to. The problem is I tried to go way too big with the way that I was dealing with the blueprints. Like, the blueprints have some interesting limitations, and like I think it's like 60 buildings for your first, or 60 facilities, but sorters, conveyor belts, power, every single one of those things count to it. So believe it or not, 60 you can hit exceptionally fast. So we're gonna, last week it was kind of a mistake. Went to try to go to red science, and then with the red science, then we try to build up my initial mall. What it really turns out is that honestly, it was a mistake. It was really not worth doing that way. So you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna completely just wipe the slate clean. I'm gonna create a brand new game with that exact same seed again, but we're just gonna kind of just do it all over again. And I'm going to show you the proper way to start a game with the new blueprint system. So, yeah, so I did actually go through this whole process again the other night. So, I did kind of get a little sense of what's going on. Hold on one second. I'm just checking in with Brittany because she was going to check to see how the audio was in the other room. How is it? Okay. Well, she'll get back to us and let us know if there's any issues. What I wanted to find out is whether there was any issues with the air conditioning and the air conditioning kind of running. Yes, I have an AC running even in San Francisco because I have too many damn computers in this apartment. But yeah, whatever. The good news is I will be moving into a new apartment in the next couple of weeks. The bad news is that because I'll be moving, I'll have to have some time where I won't be streaming. So we'll kind of see how that goes. Maybe one or two streams I miss. We'll see. Hold on a second. How's it going?
I think you can hear it on high, that on high, if your volume's all the way on high.
Can you just lower the...
I turned it on low. I
Okay.
couldn't hear it.
Okay, cool. So thank you very much, Brittany, for checking. So she said that there was a little bit of sound, so she did lower it a little bit. So the new place, I'll be streaming in a very different location than where I'm streaming right now. So I'll actually have my own little dedicated office, and it's a nice big wide open area upstairs. So yeah, it's a 3-level loft. It's really weird, but it's a little bit misleading because the third level is actually really tiny. It's like a level that's like the bedroom, and then you kind of go up to a smaller level, which is like the kitchen, and then you go back up again. So it's really actually...
400 square feet, so it's not as big as
Yeah, it's bigger than what I have right now. That's all that matters, and it's a little bit more divided, a little bit more broken up. So this way, I'll be able to have the AC a little bit further away, because right now the AC is pretty close to me. So whatever. Okay, so the starting stream that we got here, it's gonna be 510 53965. I was just double checking that, and you can see that there is 10 O stars, which have the highest energy. Resource multiplier. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go with unlimited. I've been playing a game myself with unlimited because, I really want to build out something really big and vast and crazy so we can just have just everything all over the place. So why not? I've been playing around with this in one of my other streams. I know this is going to be a tiny bit different than last week's, but honestly, it's not going to be that much different because the only thing is unlimited. We didn't even get close to even getting rid of one of those mines last week. So it doesn't really change much of what was going on last week. But I think it'll change the game dynamics a little bit because we'll worry a little bit less about having to go through and clean out some of those older mines and stuff. And it just becomes a little bit tedious, to be honest with you. I think that the veins need to be increased in size a little bit. I think they might still be a little bit too shallow, because the reality is, when you start running into issues with unipolar magnets, in a little bit higher end late game, then everything just starts to become a bit tedious. You're flying back and forth, and it's a pain. So we're gonna go unlimited because why the hell not? But the important thing is that we're going to do this whole thing again, and we're going to do it right this time. So we are playing on the exact same seed that we played on last week. So, last week it was this the same one. Yeah, and we got our nice little blue ice giant here. They just look really gorgeous and awesome. I am playing another game myself that's also on an unlimited, and that's kind of the reason I started thinking, you know what, maybe I'll just play this stream on unlimited because then we don't have to worry so much about the resources and stuff. Because like suddenly it's like, oh, we're running out of iron. Now I got to go like seek out iron somewhere, and it's I want to build really big crazy stuff instead of worrying about like the smaller little individual resources. When you play like Satisfactory, you have to worry so much about that. And that's something I appreciate with Satisfactory. Which in Satisfactory news, oh my god, I saw the video for update 5. They're redoing the northern forest area. And let me tell you, it looks beautiful. Oh my god, they did an amazing job. Like, I mean, it's early footage, but wow, it's like night and day difference. So I'm going to be so excited to go back and play 5 once it comes out. All right, so now that we've landed, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over and get some coal out of here.
You were an alien.
What?
Now that you've landed.
Now that I've landed? Okay. Brittany's making terrible jokes right now, so we're just going to ignore that. I mean, what? Hi.
Bad joke, and I should feel bad.
Yes, your joke is bad, and you should feel bad. But I definitely can't wait to get back to a multiplayer game at some point as well. So this way we can have Brittany in the background, and we can, have her for some additional banter and stuff. Without her just being the peanut gallery. So we're just going to grab a little bit of coal. This is a little bit different than I did last time because in this way we don't have to worry so much about it. During this one playthrough I did with my other main game, I did this, got the coal a little bit earlier on, and to be honest with you, it actually does make certain things a little bit easier. So we aren't going to disassemble our little pad. We're going to keep that in place. We're going to kick off our first research like we did last time. And you can see that with the unlimited, it's unlimited, but like you get 6 billion at each one of these veins. But the thing is, it's weird because it only counts down when you mine it by hand. If you don't mine it by hand and you only have like the automated miner on it, the number doesn't tick down. So it's kind of weird. I don't know. It's probably a bug. Who knows? Doesn't really matter so much. It's all good. So we're just kicking off our first science. And we need to, get 10 of these magnetic coils. And let's see here. We're going to kick that off to 4. Bring that down to 2. And then that should... what did I do wrong? Nope, there we go. And there we go. And that should keep going. While those are being produced, we're going to take a walk back over to our coal and do a little bit more coal mining. This is because, like, honestly, that first initial coal, you're going to burn through it really fast, especially when you're doing, like, hand creating of items. So we're just going to let those, that research kind of go through. Once that next tier unlocks, then we'll go back and grab some more resources for some other stuff. There we go. And I know this is going to be really strange, but you know what we're going to do? We're going to actually put our first miner that we get, we're going to put that on coal at first. And the reason for that is because it's just kind of a pain in the neck to get all that coal by hand. Even though we're going to get, this stuff by, hand for a little bit. But trust me, I've done this strategy a few times now, and it's worked pretty well, honestly. Like, now this thing is just kind of going through. We'll just reach over to it every once in a while and just grab some out of there. Now we don't have to worry so much about energy. But now let's go over to this copper. We're going to get a little bit more out of there. We're going to need about 30-ish. I mean, I don't know the exact number. Honestly, I had a handwritten... it's probably my first mistake handwriting it, but I had a list of like the exact order that I was going to go in and which things I needed and how much I needed. But I don't know where that list is, so whatever. Okay, so we're going to tell it to kick off. Let's see. Kick off. We'll do 5 at a time of those. Oh, actually, no, we don't need to do as many of those because I forgot it's creating 2 at a time of those. And then we're going to tell this to kick off a couple more of those. And the reason why we're splitting them up is so this way it starts doing our research right away. Tell it to kick off a little bit more of those. And then we'll kind of walk back over here So let's kick off a little bit more of this. We'll grab some more copper. And then while those are being created, we're going to kind of walk over here and grab some coal out of here. See, now we got another 50. Once we unlock logistics, we will just start putting this stuff right into a container. And then, you know, that's fine. We'll just kind of leave that as is for now. But we do want to start, you know, producing some more miners and stuff. So let's go ahead and kind of kick that off. But we definitely need more resources in order to do that. There we go. And it's moving along. And I know it seems strange going for the coal right away, but you know what? It just makes it easier that you don't have to keep going to get it. Now, at this point, we could just, you know, take out that that miner and move it somewhere else. But we're just going to try to fill up our container, or you know, our fuel, our fuel chamber. There we go. I couldn't think of the damn word of it. Wow. Suddenly, oh crap! I just realized. I'm sorry. I didn't have it actually switched over to the game. Sorry about that. Thank you so much for pointing that out. Oh my god, I can't believe I did that. Thank you, Brittany. You distracted me so much that I didn't even switch over to the other one. Thank you so much, Nick Hydra, for that one. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Anyway, I don't know what this other message is that somebody kind of spammed in here. Oh, yeah, I don't care what you had to say. Whatever. That's just some, yeah. Okay, go away. It's just somebody being a hater as always. I don't really care about them. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and kick off our miner here again. We're gonna run a little bit of power down this way. Let's see, where's our, oh, there's our iron right there. I just can't believe I did that. I've been, you know, running the stream for a whole 13 minutes and I didn't realize that, but luckily I was talking half the time, so I don't feel as bad. I blame Brittany. It's all her fault because,
Yay,
you know...
I noticed.
Of course you're noticed. Alright, I'm gonna not... Yeah. We're gonna ignore Brittany because, yeah. She's just yelling in the background and being, well, her. Oh, Brittany, could you do me a favor since you are a mod? Can you just go through and just ban that user? Just ban that user on Twitch. There's 2 of them, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I wish PJ was around. I know PJ's also a mod too. I gotta yell at PJ. He's supposed to be coming to hang out these days, and he hasn't been. I don't know why he hasn't been around. Oh well, whatever. Anyway. It's alright, don't worry about it. Well, just keep an eye on there. You know. Alright, so we're gonna manually drop down this miner. And we're gonna, you know, have this thing go ahead and start creating some of those iron plates for us. We definitely need more, let's see, we need to grab some more of this by hand because we need some of that for magnets. Need some of the iron for magnets itself. There we go. We're gonna create a couple more of these wind turbines. We need a lot more power. There we go. Because as you can see, once I connected both those miners together, it's just struggling. We're at 37% satisfaction right now, which is definitely an issue. I'm just still kicking myself for not realizing I didn't have it switched over. It's funny because, like, you know, I usually do my little intro for a second. I'll do my little intro for a second and then, like, kind of jump in the game and switch things over. But then I had Brittany, you know, kind of doing a little bit of a sound check because, you know, with the AC, it's kind of a little bit annoying. All right, there we go. Cool. So let's see here. We're just going to kind of drop those out. Oh, wait, we don't have enough to do all that. Let's kick off our next research, which is going to be logistics. And luckily, logistics itself is pretty easy. It only requires the 10 gears, which are super simple to create. Just kick those off. Oh, we need, oops. And grab some more of the iron ingots from over here. Grab some more. Oh, you know what I should have done when I was over there? I should have refilled on my coal. So let's go back over there. There we go. Cool. Now that's going. And there we go. Just going to kind of plop that there so we can get a little bit more iron production going. Now, of course, as soon as we unlock logistics completely, we'll have some belts to work with. The belts will start automating some of this, so that'll be a little bit easier. We will need to create a... Oh, wait, we don't have it yet. We're going to create a storage container for the coal. As you can see, I'm just kind of, oh, wow, we don't have power in this one. We're going to move these anyway. That's totally okay. So let's kick this off. We need a little bit of stone. And this is just to start building up a little bit of a supply of coal. This way we can just kind of pull it out as needed. So we'll just kind of drop. We don't want to use a lot of our conveyors, but just a little bit. Build a storage container. Oh, let's grab a little bit more out of here. Where'd it go? Oh, crap. I didn't mean to do that. Oopsies. How did I do that? That was stupid. There we go. Cool. Yeah, that was really stupid. That was a big misstep. So let's try that again, shall we? There we go with that. Now we've got our container. Just going to drop that here. Give it a sorter. And now this will just start filling up. Now, of course, it's filling up at a very slow rate, but that's okay. Taking a look at our power, we've got plenty of power. That's good. Let's start automating a little bit more of our iron. Now we want to figure out where we're going to start building our mall and such. And I believe that we're going to put our mall... Now, since we do have unlimited, we can look at some of these areas and say, like, okay, like this stone we might not care about. We can just kind of pave over that. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to build our mall down over this way. So we're going to kind of bring it up to here and then kind of go left that way. So I should have actually built this on the other side. There we go. Let's give this some conveyor belts, and so we can start building a little bit of automation. Now I want to try to avoid those that copper there, because we're going to need to give us some room for some miners there. Let's kick off. Should have kicked off some more things, but that's all right. Just kind of hand feed that for right now. That's totally fine. So let's kick off more of these. And once we, we're going to have to build a couple things by hand as we start moving towards actually creating our mall itself. So yeah, I guess I'll just kind of drop this right here. Create a couple more of these turbines. Or sorry, Tesla towers, whatever you want to call them. There we go. Excellent. And then now that should start going through. Let's put the one other that we have right here. Cool. Now let's create a miner that we're going to put on copper. And we're going to put this Tesla tower here. I mean, this one, this wind turbine, will move it later, but for right now, that's okay. And we're going to put this other miner right here. Mining machine, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. This thingy right here. There we go. And need to give that some more power. Let's produce a couple more of these wind turbines. How are we doing on fuel? We're doing great on fuel. Oh, we're going to need to start producing. One of the first things that we're going to get production going for is going to be our assembly belts, because we're going to need a lot of those. And it's always a good thing to get that started early on. But what I'm going to do, as I'm creating my mall here... Oh, we actually need a lot more of those right now. But what we're going to do with our mall is we're going to create the conveyor belts, and it will be a temporary setup, because what I'm going to want to do is get a temporary setup for our conveyor belt set. And then, because the sorters require electronics, or circuit boards, sorry, we're going to move this a little bit further down the line later. The reason for that is I like to keep my sorters and conveyor belts next to each other. This is a new strategy I'm kind of going with and something I just started recently doing. And it makes organization a little bit better, but it does mean that you kind of have to, either you have to leave a lot of room, like we would have to leave a lot of room, or we're just going to kind of move things around later. But for right now, the important thing is to at least get that automated. So we'll kind of bring that over. Oh wait, we have to research our assembly workers, or the assembly process. Okay, cool. Produce some of these gears. We're going to drop that down to 5, so at least we can have part of it being created. Oops, we need some more copper. Oh, we don't have any we don't have power going to this yet. Let's create some more of these Tesla towers. I mean, 15 minutes in, we have a little tiny bit of automation going, so that's not bad. Still kicking myself. I can't believe that I made that mistake. It's so stupid. Anyway, all right, I'm going to stop thinking about it now.
You've been hanging around me too much.
I know, right? I've been hanging around Brittany too much. Like, her blonde is rubbing off on me, I swear.
We're gonna put a blonde streak in your hair.
Yeah, I know, right? Brittany said we're going to have to put a blonde streak in my hair. I don't think I would look very good as a blonde, but, you know.
Sorry, I'm using the brain cell.
Yeah. Me and Brittany were joking around a few weeks ago about that. You know, we only have one brain cell between the two of us, and we kind of share it back and forth. But yeah, as you can see, you know, even though I didn't have that sorter there, I was able to, you know, just get a bunch of iron right off the bat. So that was a good thing to kind of get that set up. Oh, we still need a lot more copper. Let's grab that out. We should actually start automating this, so we're going to kind of drop that in place, and while we're building up everything else, we can at least have some of this semi-automated. I mean, we have to kind of feed it by hands, but that's okay because it's at least creating some of these copper bars as we create other things. There we go. And that should now give us enough for that. Perfect. Let's kick off a few more gears. And we're going to kick off some more. Oh, wait, we're good on that. Probably need a few more of those. And then we're also going to, as soon as this research is complete, we're going to need to build a couple of more assembly machines because we're going to need a minimum of 2 of them to start building conveyor belts. And I guess we'll kind of put this, we'll put it right about here. That's fine. Now let's kick off another one of these. We need some sorters too. We should actually produce probably 4 of these at a time. Cool. While that is going, we'll go ahead and feed this machine again. Not going to bother grabbing any copper out of here because it's just kind of a waste at this point. As soon as we build up our logistics, it'll take care of that. And then this one is going to create the gears. And then right next to it, we're going to create another one that's going to create the conveyor belts. That is going to be right here. This machine right here is just going to put the conveyor belts directly in there. Or excuse me, put the gears directly in there. And then we also need some iron for this. And then we need to build some storage. Let's get a little bit more rock while we're here. Cool. We need more Tesla towers. Tesla towers, in order to automate those, we have to build some magnetic coils, which will require a little bit more kind of a setup for things. That's okay. Now remember, this little setup right here is kind of temporary. We're going to move that later, but for right now, this is okay. Now, because these produce so quick, I tend to put 3 sorters at a time on there. And let's see how fast these are actually being created. It looks like our... no, those are actually not going bad. I mean, it's going good. Cool. So now we can just kind of walk over and just pull these out whenever we need to, and then we have those automated. Excellent. We're making progress. So let's go ahead and create a couple more of these smelters, and we're also going to need to create some assembly for those magnets. Because in order to create the magnets, we need to take some of this iron ore and turn it into magnets directly. And this, we're just going to kind of put that, we'll put that here, and I'm just trying to space things out here. Build 2 more of those, and we're going to... I know this looks weird that I'm doing it this way, but the reason I'm doing that is to kind of give myself room to move this thing around later. And it just gives us a little bit kind of a spacer, and I know that those will be in the right spot. This one will be for the magnets. And looking back, I guess I should have moved this back a little bit, further back, but that's all right. It's no big deal. Let's put that in there, start getting that being produced right away. We need some more sorters. Let's kick off more of those. Let's get this belt kind of going this way. And there we go with that. There we go with that. Actually, I think we need to put 2 sorters here because it produces these pretty quickly. You can see that it churns those out really super fast. I mean, I guess you could do 3 sorters on it, but you can see that the number is slowly ticking down, so it's totally fine. Cool. So now we got that going, and we do need a little bit of automation for copper. That's one thing I kind of forgot.
Now I'm hungry.
Oh, now you're hungry. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I asked Brittany before. I was like, hey, are you hungry? She was like, eh. And then I ended up eating up like chips and a bunch of other crap, and then now she's like, oh, I'm hungry. Gee, thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm the useless girlfriend.
Don't worry, I'll be giving her trouble later for it. I'm gonna make her pay.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Anyway. Alright, so now we got our copper kind of going. I'm not terribly happy the way that this is kind of laid out because I would like to have this copper directly next to it to actually produce these, the coils. But what we'll do is we'll just kind of move this down this way. We'll move it down a lot further because this is something that I did kind of run into with my other game is that I did build some of my initial facilities a little bit too close, and then when I went to like kind of shift things down later, I just didn't really leave myself enough room. So we're just going to go down a lot further this time with it. Bring that to there, and there we go. Create a couple more assemblers because we're going to need that in order to start creating the magnetic coils. And once we have that, we're going to start working on... Let's see, what do we want to automate next? We definitely want to get the wind turbines going pretty quickly because we will start having power problems without a doubt at a certain point. You can see we're starting to flicker a little bit. And we don't want to keep creating those by hand, so definitely going to want to automate that. Let's go ahead and we'll drop our first automation here. And this is going to be for coils. Now, once the coils, once we have everything going in for coils, then we can stop running the copper all the way down because that's the only thing that we need the copper for a little while. And it's 2 magnets for every one copper, so that's why I'm kind of splitting that up like that. Ah, crap. You can see that we're still encountering issues again with resources. Oh, let's see, how are we doing on fuel? See, this is why I get that coal right off the bat, because you don't have to worry about it so much. But because we have this being automated, we can just kind of come over here, grab a bunch, pop that in there, we're done. Now we've got full fuel. And let's see, we got plenty of copper on us. Let's grab some of this out of here. I guess we can also grab some of these magnets directly so we can produce some of that auto-magically. I actually should have built a couple more Tesla towers. But yeah, we're gonna start producing Tesla towers and wind turbines shortly. This way we can kind of just scale those out really quickly. Oh my god, my nose is itching so much, bad guy. Of course. I mean, it wouldn't be a Jolene Sparkles stream if my nose wasn't itching, right? I swear my nose itches all the time. Okay, there we go with that. Yeah, we can remove these Tesla towers later if we need to. I mean, because we're going to eventually build this out a little bit further. But there we go. We got those automated, so we have to worry about those as much. And what I'm going to do is oh, wait, I actually can't do that. We're going to put it on this side. Now, you might notice I always go a little bit extra, but then I end up, like, removing that one. The reason I do that is because every once in a while when you drop down these, the sorters, they will go off to an angle, and it's usually related to when you have, like, you know, two different origin points. Okay, I'm trying to see if I could find one on here. Like when you're looking at, let's see here. Well, basically, because of the fact that it's a grid, you know, placed on a sphere, what ends up happening is that you end up having these points where the grid starts getting smaller. And especially when you have those points, you can end up having these sorters kind of off to an angle, and it just looks ugly. I don't like it, so I just kind of got in a habit of just building it that way. You don't have to build it that way. There's no reason you have to. I just found it just makes it look a little bit nicer when I do that. So yeah, we'll build one more of these, wait, what are we missing? Oh, we're missing more sorters. Yeah, sorters is definitely something we're going to have to get created at some point soon. There we go. Cool. Now, of course, we're starting to run into some power problems. You can see we're down to 55%. It's definitely becoming an issue very quickly. So we really got to get those wind turbines going quickly. I'm just trying to maximize the space that I can put these. And we'll let our drones go off and do their thing. They'll fly back eventually. And let's see, what is it again for wind turbines? Okay, so it's... Okay, got it. So now what we're going to do, we're going to leave... Oh, we got to create a couple more assemblers. We're going to leave a little bit of room to be able to add one or two more of these, and then we will build... Because this requires gears, we're going to build two more of these assemblers. One next to it will be just creating the gears, and then one will be used for the actual wind turbines themselves. This doesn't require gears. We could put the miner on there if we wanted to. Could put the assemblers too. Well, we don't have circuits yet, so. Oh wait, we need circuits for pretty much all these things. Okay, yeah, so that's fine. We'll just do this as a one-off. It's no big deal. Yeah, so we're going to put that down, delete that. What we're doing is we're just giving ourselves a little bit of room. I don't want to... Oh, crap, this is an issue right here. Yeah, I might have to snake this around. Wait, did I build this in the wrong spot? Yeah, I guess I went the wrong direction with this. Yeah, I think I wanted to go this way. All right, whatever. Yeah, this is fine. Honestly, once we get foundations, we're just going to pave over these two. We're running on unlimited, so it doesn't really matter. I think that's another thing that's kind of nice about the unlimited is that, you know, you could find things like this that you don't like and just say, who cares? Deal with it later. All right, so we're going to first build some gears. And then that will allow us to have a little bit of room for some other things we want. We can build some circuit boards over here if we want. Let's go ahead and drop that right there. I do tend to like to put the Tesla towers and the wind turbines close to each other, but we haven't built our... Oh wait, they don't require circuits. Okay, so that's cool. So we can still do that. Never mind. Perfect. So we'll do our wind turbines first, and then we'll do our Tesla towers after that, because we definitely need the Tesla tower or wind turbines first, because we're running into power problems. Get this kind of dropped down. There we go. And wait, what are we missing? Oh wait, that doesn't go there. This goes here. And then we need... Oh, did I build this in the wrong spot? No, I didn't. Okay, good. Whew. Now we need some more iron. We need to grab some more conveyors, so we're going to let our drones kind of... We're just going to slowly kind of inch our way over there. See, we're producing a lot of conveyors at this point, so that's great. Just trust me, you go through those conveyors like you would not believe. Now, I'm kind of hanging out where my drones are currently building because at this point of the game, they are ungodly slow. They are just ridiculous, so they take forever to get to where they need to be. So it's just faster to kind of stand where you are and let them kind of do their thing. Oh, we need more sorters again. Yeah, I guess we should have grabbed some iron ingots while we're over there as well. That also would have helped. By the way, the next person who subscribes, so this planet I'm going to name after my last subscriber. Let's see, will allow me to go out to that point. Because last week I named it after that subscriber. It was Spanish let me make sure I spell his name right. Inquisition. I hope I spelled that right. Close enough. Spanish Yeah, that looks about right. So, I feel bad because, I named the first planet after him last time, and then, oh, wait, there's a 420 in his name. Oh, wait, I got that. Good. So, yeah, what I like to do is I like to name planets after my subscribers. So, the next person who subscribes gets to get the next planet named after them. So, if you want to have a planet named after you, this is the way that you do it. Now, of course, this is something I'm doing right now. I mean, eventually it'll reach a point where it's not going to be fair to my older subscribers that I don't, reuse their names. But so for right now, I'm kind of doing it as, new subscribers get it. But at a certain point, I will start just randomizing and, I'll just randomly pick somebody. Pick a name. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, cool. So we got that going. Let's create another... we need more stone. We're just going to grab some of this stone off the ground here. We will have to set up some stone mining. But I'm not going to worry about that much. Well, I'm not going to worry about that right now. And the reason for that is... we're not going to worry about that until we get foundation. Because we don't really need that much stone. Well, no, actually there were some things we need for stone later. But for right now, we're just not going to worry about it. So we're just going to set this down to not build a whole ton, but just enough that we can grab a stack at a time. Cool, there we go. Now we can go and improve our power production because I'm sure that we are redlining at this point. Oh my god, it's so slow at these early levels. Oh, we're actually not that bad, but we'll definitely hit those limits again very quickly. I just love being able to just drop down a couple of these really super fast without much effort. It's so nice. That's weird how it's like... Oh, because I guess, yeah, you can see... Oh, yeah, I remember how I was talking before about, like, when the, the grid size changes and you can see, like, in here, like, the grid is, like, halfway through. It's just a reality of it. It would be nice if you can, like, just turn off snap and just have it, like, go right exactly where you want. I could have sworn there was an ability to do that at one point, but, I don't know. Whatever. All right, good. So we got that going. We got wind turbines being produced. That'll make our lives a lot easier. You can see we're definitely running some issues with iron. We don't have nearly enough of it coming down. Let's see what upgrades we can do. This will actually be nice to kick off because we can just grab what we need right out of here. Should grab some of this extra anyway. Oh, actually, we need to build some of these. There we go. Let's span this out a little bit more. Oh, wait, what did we need? We need more sorters. What are we missing here for this? Oh, we're missing more iron, of course. Why wouldn't we be missing iron? There we go. I mean, I guess I could have just grabbed it right off the belt here, but whatever. No big deal. I think we're making really good progress, like. I think we'll be able to get to our first level of science very very soon. I mean, we are making way faster progress than we were last episode. I mean, because last episode we really raced for that first level of science and didn't get our mall in place properly, and it was messy. Okay, let's go out one more of these. Oh, we need more smelters, of course. And you can see this is why I try to give myself a little bit of room. Eventually we'll have to move this down as well. But that's okay. Alright. Why is this one? Oh, that's another reason we need to build more miners too. Another part of the problem we're running into now is that we're just not mining enough ore. And yeah, you can see it's kind of a pain in the neck, building all this crap by hand. And that's why we're creating this mall, so we don't have to create this crap by hand, because creating everything by hand is for the birds, let me tell you. It is not fun. Okay, we have one more of these created. We don't have a really big iron mine here. So we'll probably have to go to some other places at some point. Did I tell it to kick off one more of these? No, I didn't. I should have. Still running out of supplies again. But since this was waiting for more of these conveyors to be built, we can just grab it from there. Oh my god, it's so slow in the early games. I mean, I get why they do it. It's just, One thing I do like about Satisfactory is that they do allow you to skip some of the initial, really slow points of the game. Like, you can skip Tier 0. So I'm hoping at some point they add that. If not, somebody will probably create a mod. Just because this first little part is a little bit tedious, There we go. Now we're starting to produce a little bit more iron. And not all of it is being sucked up by these conveyor belts. So that's good. Now, we don't have to deconstruct this just to move it down. We can actually just leave that there for right now. But let's see if we can scale out 2 more of those before we go to start building some of the other things that we need. Of course, keep running out again. So let's just grab some more of this iron out of here. Wait, why is this one? Oh, there it goes. Now, of course, there's a filling up a little bit because we're just not fully utilizing these smelters. That's okay. Because to be honest with you, we're going to run into issues with these belts as well. The belts are just simply not going to go fast enough. Okay. There we go. So let's see. Our Tesla towers, we can make those kind of easy. We only need iron ingots and the magnetic coils. So as soon as it's done being produced, we can create that. And then we're going to want to get our electronic circuits going because we've needed quite a few of those so far. And I think it's about time to start automating that. But I just like having both of these next to each other. It's just easier because these are 2 things that you end up generally using together. Let's make some more storage. Now the way that I do the storage, just kind of putting it directly across like that, we're going to move that strategy later when we have 3 belts on each side. Because this won't work forever. But for right now, this is okay. And when we hit that point, we'll deal with it. Tell you, I will not miss the street sound. I mean, there'll probably be street sound. I mean, I'm only moving to, the back side of the building. But I think it should be a little bit quieter because it's a side street. I mean, I live in a city, so it's not like, I'm not complaining about noise because, I mean, you live in a city, you're going to have noise, So it's not like that. It's just, there's a lot of, really annoying street traffic. It'll be nice. I mean, if I had to deal with it, I had to deal with it. I don't really care that much, but it will be nice to be able to stream without hearing stupid motorcycles going by all the time. Or not as much, I should say. I mean, listening to it while streaming is annoying, but you know what's really annoying is trying to listen to a Zoom call and having motorcycles go by, because like you have to keep telling people, could you repeat that? But yeah, so I'm actually doing some, been packing all day and packing all night, and so I mean, after I'm done streaming, I'll have to get back to packing, because I pretty much am packing like every night at this point. So next month is going to be pretty crazy for me. I've got a lot going on besides the packing. A bunch of things I'll talk to you about later. Not quite ready to discuss it just yet at this time, but we'll kind of see how things go, and we'll talk about some other things. Definitely still thinking about things with the schedule on this stream. You know, I was talking to Brittany earlier today about possibly moving to Sundays, because a lot of times we've had to do things on Saturday and we end up like having to go out, rush to get back so I can, start getting ready for the stream and everything. And it's like, maybe Saturdays are just not the best of days. So I've been thinking about trying out Sundays during the afternoon. And it's very possible that might try that out when once I get moved into the new unit. We'll kind of see how it goes. I mean, I'm going to have to redo my whole studio setup, and I have to put that in quotes because it's not really a studio. It's just I have a green screen behind me, and I've got this fancy little mic and stuff, but I got my mixer on my desk. But I would like to kind of move things around so it's easier for me to actually see my secondary monitor, because this boom actually gets in the way for me being able to see the secondary monitor, and that's kind of annoying. So the chat is kind of half blocked. I have to sometimes go like that to kind of see what's going on. But all right, so now that we have that going, we've produced a lot more power production. Let's go ahead and create some circuits. I don't know how we're going to do this just yet, but I think what we're going to do is we're just going to drop down some circuit production right here. We do have enough room to at least drop one or two right here. And at least we won't have to keep making these by hand, because that is just a giant pain in the neck. But we're going to need the circuits for a lot of the next stages of automation. So I should have just canceled that so we can get our sorters out first, because we need those a little bit higher than the other thing. Come on. There we go. Okay, so now at least we're producing those. Oh, wait, is it 2 copper? No, it's only... Okay, so I guess we'll put another inserter here. Just kind of speed that up a little bit. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put... actually, yeah, we'll do it on this side. See, now comes the part that the next thing that I put on my little conveyor belt, the next set that I put over here, because you can only do 3 wide or else you'll end up having issues with your inserters. Then I will have to start moving these back, and then we're just going to use a little conveyor kind of coming this way, kind of going over it. We did that actually in the last time, so it's actually not that much different. Oh wait, let's extend this out a little bit further. We actually don't need to bring these magnets any further for now. This copper is only going to be used for this, and then we don't need to bring the copper down any further. Oh crap, we're still running out of materials. This is why assemblers are going to be the next things to, or assembly machines or whatever they call it. These are going to be the next things to kind of get fixed. Not really fixed, but you know what I mean. Next thing to get automated, we're missing sorters as well. That'll also be another thing we need to get going. And once we get the sorters and the the assembly machines automated, then I think we'll move the conveyor belts, because we're going to want to put the conveyor belts directly next to the sorters, just to kind of keep everything close by. You don't have to do this. It's not a requirement or anything. I just prefer to do it that way. We're just going to grab some of these circuits directly out of here, because we're going to need them. And we can pull some directly off the belt, because why not? Now, because we have this here, we kind of can't get around it for right now. What we're going to do is going to build these belts out, and we will deal with that later once we get some foundation. It's annoying, I know. I didn't exactly put this in the best spot. Like, I'm kind of going around, this water. That's a pain in the neck. But hey, what are you going to do? Oh, we didn't actually limit this to... Yeah, there we go. Don't want to end up putting unlimited, because to be honest with you, 3, 4, 5 stacks of these, that's fine. Because you could just go over, grab another stack, and then it will just start rebuilding those. There's no reason to fill up an entire container of them, because then you're just going to have a ton extra that, and it's just a slower start, and all sorts of reasons why it's just not a good idea to do that. Oh, how are we doing on fuel? Okay, good, we're on fuel. Or we're doing good on fuel is what I meant to say. All right, assembly machines, and let's see here. Mining machines we also have to do. I'm just trying to see what else needs gears, because we want to kind of put them next to each other. But what I'm going to do, we're going to automate sorters next, because next to sorters we're going to have, we're going to put sorters, and then we're going to put conveyor belts again, because then we're going to use part of the gears from that to make miners. But a majority of the time they'll be used for sorters. So that's kind of the order that I'm thinking at this point. Oh, we need more iron. Actually, luckily we can just grab some iron out of here. Slower way to deal with it. I mean, it would be faster to go over there and just grab, 2 stacks or so, but this is fine for right now. So we need 3 of those. Probably could have just grabbed some gears out of here. Yeah, that would be faster. So let's just do that. Okay, so now that we have this, let's go ahead and let's see. We're going to leave a little bit of room here. So we're going to do, what did we say? We're going to do conveyors. Oh, wait, no, sorry, sorters first. And for sorters, we need iron, which is right here. And then, oops, let's select sorters here. And then we also need, I need to build more sorters. What a shock. Build more sorters to build sorters. And then we also need some circuit boards. Wait, there are circuit boards in this game, right? Yes. Every game's got to call it something different, so I forget half the time, like, wait, is this game this or that? All right, so now that we have that, let's build a couple of more of these storage containers. Grab a couple more rocks. Yes, this will be something we'll be automating as well at some point. I'm going to grab more of this iron. Actually, you know what? Let's just take a quick little walk down here. We'll try to produce some things along the way that we can. And then let's just grab a couple of stacks of iron out of these machines directly, out of the smelters. This way we don't have to... Oh, wait, do we even have enough? Okay, good. At least we have 100 there and another 200. Perfect. This way, you know, it's just faster just to kind of walk down there and grab that instead of, yeah. Okay, good. Got that going. We've got a couple of those kicked off. Excellent. And then now let's drop our storage container over here so we can at least have our sorters being dropped off in there. Just going to build about that much. I mean, now keep in mind these do stack to 200. And, you know, we will want to build up a good buffer of those because we do want to make sure that when we start working on our tier or Mark II sorters, you know, it requires it's 2 of those for every tier 2. And then, you know, for tier 3, it's, you know, you want to make sure you have a decent buffer. It's not that we have to produce all these right away. We could reduce it right now, you know, whatever. Why is this not coming out very fast right now? Our magnetic coils are really slow. We only have one of these being produced lately. Let's see. It's not picking up magnets quick enough. Oh wait, we don't have double click to, or double jump yet. So let's go ahead and we're going to create one. Now we'll create 2 more of these. Well, we can't because I only have enough for 1. Of course. Slowly over time you can see that we're starting to produce less and less by hand. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut this off right here. And we're going to run this directly in. This way these 2 will just support that, and then because these belts are just too slow and they were just backed up, so they were useless. So it's best to kind of skip a few things, and then when you get the better belts you can kind of get rid of that. But this is good for right now. We'll build 1 more of these. That should give us enough magnets to kind of do our thing. And this is just how it's going to go. We're just going to keep doing this. Slowly scaling more things up. You can see we're doing really good on conveyor belts. We're going to move our conveyor belt production down here in just a few moments. Actually, I guess we should have done that now. So let's go ahead and get rid of that and that and that. Because we're going to move it down here anyway. Let's check out what kind of research we could do next. Smelting. I guess we should start getting this kind of ready. And it looks like we don't have enough of that, but that's okay because we could just grab some of this out of here. And we can just grab some of these circuits because there's plenty here. We could just grab it directly off the belt. We can actually probably grab some of these out of the machine too. Would have been a hell of a lot faster. That's okay. Let's grab some of these out. That'll be good for the research. Excellent. Good. Now that that's going, what is it slow on? It's slow on the circuits. So we'll just put another inserter here. Let's extend our belts down a little bit further. And then we're going to build another assembler right next to it for gears. That research is complete. Cool. So this one's going to be for gears. And just like what we did before, it's gears here. And the next one to it will be for the actual conveyors. And let's see here. There's conveyors. So, ooh, did I do this backwards? Yeah, sorry. Oh, no, I did this right. No, this one's gears. Because we're going to have another machine right here, which is going to be for the mining, which is going to be right here. And then these gears supply both of those right next to each other. Once we get a little bit of research going, then it will start going a little bit faster with some of our drones and such, because they are pretty slow right now. So let's drop this here, and then, yeah, eventually we'll have to move some of this stuff later. Once we have more belts kind of going this way. But for right now, we don't need that so much. Okay, and then for this, we need to give it some iron. We need to give it some coils. And some circuits. Let's do coils first, then iron, then circuits. Let's give ourselves some storage back here. And then we're going to limit this as well because we only want, yeah, that should be good. I mean, we can expand it later if we need to. Oh yeah, this, we are not going to limit it for the conveyor belts because we want this just to produce, we're just going to fill that to the brim. But we forgot to give that some iron, unfortunately. There you go. Excellent. Cool. Now our mall's kind of coming along. We're definitely doing a lot better than last week. That's for sure. Last week was interesting to say the least. So we still have one more thing to automate, which is going to be the arc smelter. But for the arc smelter, we're going to need to get some stone. We have stone all the way down there, so I guess we'll go get some of that. How are we doing on wind turbines? I guess we'll just top ourselves off with wind turbines. Put the extra back there. And might have to drop... No, we're actually good on those. We don't have to drop them just yet, but we will not too long from now. I don't think we're going to have a good spot to really put this. Trying to get it as close as I can to try to get as much coverage of these as I can. It's probably about as good as it's going to get. And then we're going to run... let's see. Yeah, I guess we'll run this down this way, and then we'll just put the assemblers over there, because we're going to need to put assemblers for... smelters. We're going to need to put smelters to create glass. And we're going to need smelters for creating, I forget what the heck they call it. I'll take a look in just a second. But basically, it's like it looks like a stack of bricks, essentially. It is stone brick. There we go. Come on. Let's go. You can do it. There you go. Let's see if there's any upgrades we could do yet. Yeah, all these are going to require... oh, this one we can do. We probably need to go grab some more coal soon anyway. So yeah, let's go grab that. Top ourselves off with coal. And then we can grab some more of those magnetic coils. Actually, we can just start producing some of these on us. Minimize how many of those we need to steal. Put some more of those in there. Oh yeah, that should be plenty of that. And we have a little bit extra to kind of top ourselves off at any point. It's funny, by the time we get over to actually grabbing these, the automated magnetic coils, we're probably going to be done creating all of them. Or close to. There we go. We're good to go. So we'll just grab these out, because why not? Cool. So that research is kicking off. That'll allow us to do the double click to fly. It is a tiny bit faster. And let's see, what do we need to automate next? Oh yeah, we need to finish creating our stone bricks. So stone bricks are smelters, yes. Oops, not that. Smelters. Oh yeah, smelters is also something we're going to have to automate. But in order to automate the smelters, we need to create those stone bricks. So I guess we'll put that, yeah, I guess we'll put it on this side. And then on the other side, we'll put our glass once we're ready. Because we're going to need both those in our wall. We don't have, let's see here. Keep getting notifications. It's been a big increase in 3080 Ti. A lot of MSI. Like, I don't know. MSI must have bought, like, a lot from NVIDIA. Because I have seen so many of them popping up on Amazon in the past week. This past one that just popped up was a Zotac. I've only seen EVGA like 3 times. I really want to get an EVGA, but... you know, but they're still a little bit tough to come across. I'm hoping it's going to start getting better. I'm thinking with, you know, apparently a lot of people are saying that with the changes to Ethereum coin, GPU mining is just not as valuable as it was at one point. So it's really kind of cut down on the people that are buying GPUs for the purposes of farming. So I'm hoping that's really true. Yeah, because of the fact that it needed a foundation, I couldn't build that right where I wanted. I hate this little pop-up here. Like, yes, I know I can build those. Like, stop telling me. I don't want to build it just yet. We will in time. Don't worry. Now, see, this is where I was saying that, I guess we could kind of run it back this way. This is fine. But yeah, this is where we start ending up, oh, we're going to have to sneak it around this one too. Crap. But yeah, this is where I was saying that, you know, we're going to now end up having 3 on each side. And just walk back over to this side. Let it do that. Wow, why is my... Oh. I was like, why does my power keep going down? The reason the power keeps going down like that is because my drones are just hardcore, like, you know, they're building like crazy. Let's see here. We can't do this just yet. Can't do this yet. Okay, I guess we do need to get some automated lab production going. Now, there's a few things I could do. We could either just build a temporary lab that'll pull directly off of this. We can set up a brand new logistics that'll be completely separate from this, that'll be dedicated for only the lab. And I'm thinking to kind of get us started a little bit, we'll do similar to what we did last week. The other game I played, to be honest with you, I did set up a completely separate lab, you know, setup, but I think we're just going to do this for right now, just to kind of get the ball rolling a little bit. Because it is a slower process doing it the other way, to be honest with you. And I guess for right now, we'll just kind of... Yeah, we need to build more of these, but we need some... I just keep getting all these notifications. Oh, my God. Yeah, see, this is where we're going to need the glass. So I guess let's go ahead and we're going to create our glass setup now. And we're going to be using that same line over here for our glass. Because we're going to need to automatically start building those labs at some point too. Building the labs automated is a little bit lower priority right now. But, oh wait, no, crap, this is the wrong side. It's got to be over here. As you can see, like, our power generation right now is just, it's really crappy. Like, you know, I mean, if I wasn't doing a stream, I would, like, you know, just, like, go browse Reddit or something, you know, for a few minutes and just let this, you know, kind of regen. Because otherwise, it just slows you down waiting for that. So that's why we definitely don't want to use our fly at this point, because that will really drain our power badly. Now, once we get that, the extender, we can use some of our existing, this power grid to recharge our mech. But we are a little ways off from that, so can't do that quite yet. There. Now we can start creating some glass at least. Oh, wow. We really do need to start creating these arc smelters. So I think that might have to be something we'll have to automate next, because creating those by hand is a pain in the neck. We shouldn't be doing that at this point. Let's see. Let's go grab some more smelters out of here. Got a stack of 200 already. Yes, that's great. Grab a bunch of those. And perfect. We're making some progress. Grab some more of these. We can... Oops. There we go. Yeah, I think we're going to create some is this going? Why is this slow? Oh, it's waiting for circuits, that's why. Yeah, I guess we're going to kick off our arc smelter now. Get this going and automate it, because it's kind of a pain in the neck creating these by hand. Let's see here. It's good that we have a ton of sorters now, because this will be a little bit less painful. a little less painful. Not a ton, but a little bit less. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, I just dropped a bunch in there because why not? Oh, these do require circuits too. That's a bit annoying because our circuit production is a tiny bit smaller or slow right now. We'll need to improve that, but as long as these are being created, I don't really care so much. Let's see here. It also could be an issue that this is just not outputting those quick enough. And yeah, that is the case. So how can we solve that? Well, I guess the easy way to do that is just to kind of, it's a little bit messy way to do it, but this does work. So what we're going to do is we're going to put on the ground here and we're going to raise up one so you can kind of see what I'm doing there. And that will allow us to have more inserters dropping these out, or excuse me, sorters. Connect these to each other, run it down, and then there we go. So now that will that'll increase the output quite a bit by a lot. Cool. And we can also just kind of like steal directly off this for our research right here. So this will be a little bit temporary. We're going to move this later onto its own little dedicated kind of setup. Oh, do I have enough room? No, that was too far away. Should have built that a little tiny bit closer. But yeah, this way we can at least just pull it directly off the line now that we have enough production of that. Cool, there you go. Now it's producing those. Dropped it up by 3 more. And then we're going to create, let's see, do we have any more labs? No, we're going to have to create some more labs. So I guess we don't really need all of those labs right now because we just don't have enough sorters bringing. I mean, the level 1 sorters really limit how fast you can produce these. Because you just can't get enough material in the machines quick enough. So you can see like this one, it's basically never anything. I mean, I guess what we could do is we could just add. So the thing is that if I add another one of these here, I mean, yeah, it does make it a little bit faster going in. But then just, you know, the other bottleneck's going to become the green circuits. Wait, is it a 1-to-1? Yeah, it's a 1-to-1, so. So now let's tell this one we're going to want to do research with it. There we go, and I guess we should try to kick off one more of these. We need more glass. What a shock. Always need more glass. Let's kind of put that in there. And let's tell it to kick off our next set of research, which is going to be... I can't do that quite yet, but what we could do is we can kick off the smelting purification, because then we can start creating this energetic graphite. The energetic graphite's really nice compared to coal because, I mean, one, we need it for our research, but it's also really nice because you can, oh wow, we got 100 glass created, nice. But it also regens your mech a lot faster because you can see this one has like, it's a 0% fuel chamber regeneration, whereas the energetic graphite has, I think it's 80%, 30, wait, no, it's 50%, okay. So it's still a lot faster, so you regen a lot quicker. It's a little bit less tedious. Keyword, a little less tedious. There we go, now our researchers start going a little bit quicker, cool. Excellent, and now we're producing these smelters. What does that slow down on? Oh, it's circuits still. Yeah, I mean, this is just going to be slow until we get the next tier. I mean, because everything is currently on the same side. I mean, in hindsight, if I would have put these on different sides, it would have been a little bit better, but, whatever. It's no big deal. That's fine. I mean, as long as we can kind of produce a stack of these at a time, or not at a time, but as long as I can go over here and get a reasonable amount in a short period of time, then it's worth it. All right, so let's see. Miner-wise, we have, let's just grab, 50 of those. Good, we got plenty of those now. Great. So I think that we are close to... Do we have everything automated? Oh, the one thing we don't have automated yet is... Oh, well, there's two things we don't have automated yet. So we don't have our assembly machines automated yet, and we don't have our... the matrix thingies, the labs. We don't have those automated yet either. So we're going to want to automate this first. Oh, this one requires gears. Crap, I forgot about that. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave this one blank because we're going to use that for something future. I know there's going to be one more thing that we need that requires gears, and I don't know what it is offhand. So we'll just leave that in reserve. And this one will be gears. Yeah, I know another strategy is that you can have the gears like being produced somewhere and bring them down a line, but to be honest with you, it creates a lot of clutter doing that. And the last few malls that I've created, I just haven't really liked it, to be honest with you. Let's connect that in. There we go. And then this one is going to be, I wish there was a little tiny bit more room there. I guess we could put the matrix labs there for right now, and if we do need something else for gears, we can do that. Okay, there that goes. Now we need to bring these circuits down a little bit. You can see we definitely ran out of... Our circuit production is pretty poor right now. Yeah, it could be worse, but... Could be worse, could be better, What was that line from Chernobyl? Not bad. Not great, but not bad. I don't know if Brittany will like that show. I told her about it, but I think it might be a little bit too, a little too sad for her. That's right, Brittany. I was talking about you. She's ignoring me right now. I can't blame her. I'd ignore me too. I said that purposely because I wanted to see if she would respond, and she didn't. So that means she's actually like headphones on. All right, so coming over here, let's get this glass kind of coming down this way. And then that will be good for our initial mall. And then once we have our initial mall going, we'll start working on a better setup for our first level of research. And then once we got that up and going, then I think that will be that'll be it for the night. I've got a lot of packing I still need to do. I mean, I've got 3 weeks, but still, like, I don't want to waste any time. Gotta, crack the whip and get myself going. Because 3 weeks is going to come up really quickly. And I've been in this apartment for 13 years, like 12, 13 years. And it's a long time to be in an apartment. And it's just like looking around, like there's just stuff that, I swear, there's some things that I found, like boxes that have literally not been moved since I moved in here. And I've got to go through them and be like, yeah, do I really need this stuff anymore? I mean, it hasn't moved since I moved here from Jersey back then. So pretty good chance I don't need some of the things in there, but but I have to sort through, and that takes time, So like packing this whole place up, yeah, we could do it in a week, but it's the sorting through part that's going to take a while. So now you can see, now that we have more than one belt on this side, you'll see that now I need to kind of move these down a little bit further. What we're just going to do is we're just going to kind of pop this here like that. Oops, actually, let's do it on this side. Because you can see this little conveyor right there, and then also the power is going to cause a little bit of an issue. Oh, wait, we can't do it on that side. Crap rocks. Oh, wait, actually we can do it here. Cool. You can see I'm just taking out those two because what I want to get as close to the ground as I can. It's not just for aesthetics, it's also that it allows everything to be a little bit more compact. So that's why I built it up and then take those last two out. Just haven't found a really good way to do it otherwise. Now let's make sure that I can actually have an output here. Good, I can. Yeah, you can see how it sometimes like kind of warps itself a little bit. My drones are not coming back very fast. We're going to have to improve the speed of those. But what we're going to do, okay, now that we have this being created, we're only going to create 2 of those at a time because you can see these stack up to 50. So there's really no reason to waste a lot of resources creating a ton of those. Not just yet. Oh, we got to connect iron here. And then we can have these being automated. And then we'll go over and get our labs going somewhere else. We're going to basically create a dedicated line specifically for that. And we're going to have to put down some more of this. And we'll have to, kind of snake this around that coal at some point. I'm not worrying about it right now. We're not dealing with that tonight, so... And there we go with that. It looks like we're having power problems here. This is why I always leave that one little space there so I can kind of put those there without interfering with the belts. Just kind of a strategy and setup I've worked out that works pretty well. I mean, of course, you don't have to cut these down. You could, build these supplies out a little bit further and you could totally do it. I just like the looks of it, honestly. So that's all. So yeah, this is very similar to the conveyor belts and the sorters, because we do need a bunch of these, so we're just going to kind of let those go through like that. Oh yeah, green circuits are, not green circuits, just circuit boards in general. I'm thinking Factorio. Those are going a little bit slow. That's okay. Kind of expect that right now. Yeah, as long as these are being produced... all I really care. How's our power doing? Oh, we're doing good on power, so these should be going a little bit faster than this. We got Mark II sorters. It will be a little bit less painful. There we go with that. Let's refill our fuel chamber, and cool. Now we've got that. All right, so next step is we're going to go figure out, we need iron. Oh, let's turn on our veins so we can see those. Oh, we don't have our first research that allows us to see that. That only requires 10, so that's at least cheap. But that unlocks the ability to kind of like get like a this little feature right here. So you can kind of see like, I mean, the stats are not really the thing that's interesting. Because you can see these numbers are just kind of maxed out. See, as I was saying, we kind of mine some of these, and then these back here, just the values are higher. Whatever, I don't know. It is what it is. So now what we're looking for is where are we going to put our labs? And we're going to have to build like kind of a dedicated setup for that. And so we have our iron here. We have some copper veins there. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to kind of set up over here-ish. I mean, once we have some foundation, this will be a little bit easier to deal with. So we'll kind of put everything right about here. But for right now, we're going to start building ourselves out a little bit further with this here. Now, of course, we have to build dedicated lines because we have to build circuits and we have to build... those magnetic coils again. So it's a dedicated line for all of this. So that is, not gonna lie, it's kind of a pain in the neck with that, but it is what it is. And this is kind of this is a tight spot for this. Yeah, I guess I'll just kind of go up and over. That's fine. We're going to use this one just right here just to produce... Oh, wait, I didn't go out far enough. Let's see, we need 3. Wait, is that 3? No, that's 2. 1, 2, 3. There we go. started figuring out the exact spacing of these. But we're going to build our magnets here, ship them over the other side, turn them into coils. Then we'll also have to create some smelting up there. There are several different things that are needed in order to produce what we want here. And I guess we'll just kind of drop down, 3 more of those, that's fine. Now that it isn't as bad to create this stuff. I mean, at least we have our mall up and going. We can go grab any of these items we need just on a whim. And, you know, as we start going through our research, I mean, some of our next steps, I mean, of course, you know, getting to logistics is going to be a big part. We won't get there next episode. It'll take, you know, 2 more, it'll take, not next episode, but the episode after that, we'll be able to get to logistics. And we're going to be focusing on next week of, you know, I mean, we're going to get the improved logistics. We're going to start, you know, getting all the things that we need to get to the other planet. I mean, we're going to definitely want to get some of this foundation, solar collecting, that kind of stuff. It's kind of like what I did with the last series. I will very likely leave my computer running. Once we get this research going, I'll leave my computer running at some point just to let it, you know, build a bunch of science just to have in the, you know, in the background ready to go. So during the next session, I can just speed up and just, you know, kick off a bunch of science. I'm not going to do the research before the episode, but we'll just have all of it ready to go. This way we spend a little bit less time just twiddling our thumbs. Figuratively, of course. I'm not literally twiddling my thumbs. Does anybody literally twiddle their thumbs? I don't know. I should put that as one of those questions sometimes. Do you literally twiddle your thumbs? Okay, just going to build some copper smelting here. There we go. So once we have this up and going, then we need to create some iron smelting. Then circuits, and then we can start building our dedicated lab setup. I mean, we need to get foundations right away. So this is going to be kind of tough to really... I don't know. I mean, we are coming up on an hour and a half, which is usually the... It's about the length of time I've been running my streams recently. I mean, sometimes I've been running my streams 2-3 hours. Haven't had a lot of energy recently, especially with my move. I definitely won't be able to do 3-hour streams for a little while. Sorry, I had to get a little bit of water there. Yeah, let's at least get this going, and then we'll kind of see where it goes. Let's try to get this done. I think if we can get this done, then I think I'll be happy. Let's actually come and think of it, that'll be a great stopping point for this episode, is being able to get to that first science. And then you can kind of look at, you know, my my last episode versus this episode and see, like, yeah, last episode, or last time we did this episode, I should say, I think it was like 3 hours or something like that. And then we got to Red Science, yeah, but, like, it was a mess. Like, the mall took forever to kind of build, and, like, it was just definitely not the way to play this game. I mean, you can play it that way. I'm not saying that you can't, but I will definitely tell you it is not the more efficient way to play the game. Okay, we have more copper over here, which is good. Got some stone over there. Cool. We're just going to try to get this going. We're going to build a couple of assembly machines here. Looks like we need foundations, so we got to be careful with that. Here's going to be our output heading that way. Oops, didn't mean to go all the way that way with it. That's fine. And in this way, it'll also allow us to kind of scale out and have not just one stack of those labs, we can have like 3 of them, for example. And we should be able to produce blue signs pretty quickly. Luckily, because of where we are on the grid, I can actually put that there like that, which is kind of nice. Drop a wind turbine, you know, just helps to get a little bit more power. Don't quite need it right now, but it doesn't hurt to turn it on a little bit more. Now, of course, we're going to have to scale this out a lot further, but for right now, we're going to leave it as is, only 2 of those. Why is this not outputting anything? Oh, it's because it hasn't... Duh. Because these haven't finished yet. Oh my god, these are so damn slow. Let's see what we can do for some of these upgrades. This one requires 200. But it makes those go a lot faster. And to be honest with you, that'll be worth it. Maybe this will be done by the time we actually even get all this built out. We'll see. Alright, so those are good to go. We have some copper. Now let's head over here and we're going to get some iron ingots going. And then we can bring the iron ingots and the copper ingots together so we can produce circuits. Actually, we'll probably do one more of these over here. Just trying to maximize the coverage of these because it makes mining go a lot faster. Yeah, I guess we could use a wind turbine here. Why not? Yeah, we're gonna have to unfortunately run this all the way over that way, and then that is where, because once we, you know, we can fill this place in with foundation, then it'll be a little bit easier to deal with. But for right now, we kind of have to run things over there. Using a lot of power because we're flying over this. It was just a little bit quicker than waiting for our drones to kind of go all the way there and back. I mean, in theory. But now that we have come over here, now I can actually start getting some smelters set up. My kitty's meowing again, as always. Hi, Jaeger. Apparently he's got a lot to say again tonight. How is it different from every other night? I have no idea. Jaeger, would you like to come say hello to everybody? Of course not. He just wants to meow. He just wants to meow saying, hey, you're not paying attention to me. I'm the cat. If Brittany was listening. Oh, see, there it goes. This is what I was talking about before. See how sometimes, like, it just creates this in a really weird, because you have those grid references kind of, you know, there's kind of in a real weird spot. That's why a lot of times I'll just create this extra, because when you put that there like that, you can see now it's even, and then you delete that, it's even. It's just a little nitpicky thing. I don't know. There, now the drones are 2 meters per second faster. Yep, you can see it did it again. I guess you gotta kind of run those by hand. I guess if you copy paste it, that also happens. All right, so now that we got those going, let's take this. Let's run it down just a little bit further. Oh, wait, we need to... Oh, wait, actually, no, let's just run this down this way. Put that right about... Is that the right spot? Yeah, it is. Good. This way we could run this one down this way. And this. That allows us to put assemblers right in the middle here. And then we can have the output kind of going this way. And this is going to be for electronic circuits, or circuit boards, sorry. Oh, wait, which one is this? This is, yep, this is this going in here. Here's the copper. And then let's see, where do we want our output? Our output's going to kind of come up here. That means that this one, and yeah, I mean, I guess there's better layouts that would have allowed both those items to be on the exact same point, but that's okay because we can put our labs kind of around it. And I think it'll be totally fine. Jaeger, hey, come here, come here. Gotta get my cat, he's being a pain in the neck. Come here. Okay, there he goes. See, this is a little meow face Jaeger. Oh my god, he's being a pain in the neck tonight. Would you stop being a pain in the neck? Want to say hi? Let's see, maybe you can hear him purr. No, he's not purring tonight. Sometimes he purrs when I pick him up and start petting him, but I guess not tonight. When he purrs, he's pretty loud too. But yeah. He just wants me to stop talking to nobody. To him, it's talking to nobody because he can't see anybody. He's like, why are you talking just not to me? All right, cool. So we're going to let those kind of produce a little bit. And then we're going to take a flight over to where we should have actually grabbed more of those. Motorcycle going by as always. Take a little flight over here. We're going to pick up some matrix labs. Nice stack of those. Great. As you can see, it uses a ton of power doing that at this level, so... You can see just like, even just doing that initial takeoff, like, oh my god, it's like so expensive fuel-wise. Let's grab a little bit more of this. Oh wait, we can make energetic graphite now, can we? Yes, we can. Excellent. So what I'm going to do... Before we head back over there and get that research kicked off, we're going to create a couple more smelters here just to get some energetic graphite going, because energetic graphite is so much more efficient than just using coal. And we'll just put a storage right here. A happy little storage. I wonder if Bob Ross would have lived. I wonder if, or still been alive today. I wonder if he would have been a streamer. Would he have done his painting stuff on a stream? I like to think he would have. But yeah, there we go. These are creating a lot faster now. That's great. And we can start using this for fuel, and we're just going to burn off the remainder of what we have here. Let this thing just start filling up. And, yeah. Basically, all the coal that's on me right now, we're going to burn off the remainder of that. And, yeah. Then we'll start replacing with energetic graphite, which is so much more efficient. All right, we're going to leave a little bit of room here to make sure that we have enough to build some more of those if we have to. And I guess we'll just kind of build this all the way down here, and then that's where I'll put our initial lab. Don't need to bring these other things just yet. I mean, that 2 meters per second difference, like, holy crap, like, that's, I mean, well, yeah, 2 meters a second is pretty fast, but you can see that, you know, these little, is it 2 meters a second faster? Yeah, I guess it is. I don't know. But yeah, you can see that these little drones just move so much quicker now, and they're just so much easier to deal with. So there we go. Let's drop that lab there. And this one is going to be for this going in. I think he's hungry. That's the problem. It's time for his dinner, and, you know, my cats can't just go eat. They have to, like, be walked over to their food dish, because, you know, I spoil them that way. I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. I need to go, like, drag him over to his food dish, because otherwise he will drive me absolutely crazy. I'm not kidding when I say that. He will drive me crazy. Is that going through? There, those are going in. Why are these? Oh, you know, I ran the wrong thing here. That's why. Oh, crap. This was supposed to go through. Oh, wait, I did have these on the right side. I did. Okay. I'm going to let this thing run out. And then I'll just rebuild this when I get back. I'm just going to AFK for a second, go get him his dish so he stops meowing like the world is ending. Because, you know, to a cat, if they don't have food, like right that second, the world is absolutely ending. I will be back in 1 second. Be right back. Oops, wrong button. Almost went to the wrong one again. There we go, I'm back. Hey. Wow, look at how much power that just used by doing that. I guess those drones just flying all that distance, it just really... Ooh, jeez. It really sucked the life out of my my mech here. Oh my god. I guess we'll just have to use some of that energetic graphite now just to get us to... There we go. Yeah, it's still kind of... Yeah. Cool. There we go. Now we can actually, like, build some of these labs. And kick off a little tiny bit of research, and then that'll be it for the night. Really wish my cat would have just waited a few minutes so I can, finish what I was doing and then give him his attention.
You're asking a cat to wait for your schedule?
See, you can hear Brittany. She's back from AFK now, so she's like the peanut gallery again. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Yes.
Anyway, there we go. Cool. So that's going, and so let's get a little bit of output going. And we're going to need some of these labs to actually, let's do another set of these labs so we can start producing a good amount of this science pretty quickly. Now, of course, with this level logistics, I mean, there are limitations to how fast the material will go in, but hey, it's better than nothing. But now let's go ahead and we'll get this one. Oops, let's make sure that we have our output set up. There we go. So we're going to get, I guess, two more sets of those. Cool. And that should help us start producing a lot more of this a lot faster. And then over time, we'll start to expand upward. And then at that point, we won't need to, we won't keep, horizontally scaling this. We'll be, vertically scaling it. But now let's bring this out a little bit more. And then we can put in some labs that'll do the actual research. And then we'll kick off a little bit of research. And then that'll be it for the night. So let's get these in there. And then, of course, like I said, I'll create a little bit of a container. And I'll let this run after the stream. Oops, I didn't want that to produce. I wanted to research. And, of course, like I said, after the stream, I'm going to let this just kind of run. And I guess we'll use a wind turbine here. Why not? And just to collect a bunch of science. I mean, we'll do a little bit of research right now, but we're gonna let it run, or I'll let it run, off the stream, so we can, when I come back next time, we can just kick off a bunch of research really quickly. Let's go out a little bit further with that. Why not? So wind turbines do not have a lot of range on their connectivity, unfortunately. But yeah, I guess we'll just kind of drop that in the back. Cool. You can see those are starting to fill up now. And then what I'm going to do is... Oh, I didn't create another storage. Or I didn't grab any storage, but I can create some, so that's good. And then we're just going to create a storage right here, which will just be to, all the extra, like I said. Actually, that's a terrible place to put that. Why am I putting that there? We're going to put our storage right here. Because in this way, it can act as an actual buffer. And we can put all of the excess into it, so whenever we're at idle, it's automatically filling these. And then once we go off idle, and this way it's easy to pick up next week. I just have to kick off a bunch of research and it just goes through really fast. There we go. I guess I'll actually put it around this way too. Just to make sure I can do an output really quickly and just saturate that belt. There we go. Now let's kick off a quick little research here. Oh, of course we got this one. That doesn't require normal science, but let's kick off, Motors are definitely going to be something we're going to need soon. These will be really useful to have these soon. Actually, get those level 2. Be really nice. We're going to need this, so let's go ahead and kick that off. And I can see it, I mean, it feels like it's slower right now, but it's making some really good progress because not only these are actually doing work right now. I have to scale this out a little bit further. But also that old set of labs is also kicked off and running research as well. I mean, we're going to use those right now until they start to affect our, ability to produce things. But this is just not outputting quick enough. And until we get our level 2 logistics, we're just going to have to do this. Or Mark II sorters. Let's kick off one, or put one more of those in there. Cool. That'll make sure we have plenty of these. Actually, we should go out just a tiny bit more, because why not? See, we're starting to run into a little bit of power problems, but that's okay because during next session, we will be, spending a lot more time. Now that we have the energetic graphite, we will be able to research oh, we have power issues here. We'll be able to kick off the research for... Oh my god, the cat is meowing so much, he's driving me crazy. Jaeger, would you shut up? Seriously, oh my god. It's really hard to focus sometimes with them just... Meow, meow, meow. Ugh. Anyway, but yeah, it'll be easier for us to kick off the fusion, like the mini fusion reactor or whatever the heck they call it. Yeah, so let's go grab, let's see here. There's one more of these that we have to do. This one right here, this is an easy one. We just have to grab some coal, which we're gonna, now that we've kicked off that energetic graphite, we can actually, oops, it's right over here. So what we can do is we can grab some of this energetic graphite, some of which we're going to be using directly in our mech, some of which we'll be using in our research, and now we can replace it with all energetic graphite. Let's just grab a little bit extra to have on us. To cut down some trees to use those. Which one is this? This is for, I forget which research this is. Yes, this increases the recovery speed, so that'll be nice because let me tell you, the recovery speed at this current stage is very painful. once you get those first couple of steps of research done, it's not as bad. It's just these first are just really terrible. But there you go. Now that's starting to kick off. Let's see here. Blueprints will be nice to kick off. You know, we could do that next time. Not worried about that right now. Need to start producing some steel before we can do that. We have to create motors before we can kick that off. We need red in order to get that, so that's a little ways off. Yeah, it's thermal power. This is a really cheap one, so we can kick that off right now. But we'll just use energetic graphite. We're going to feed that directly into these, and that will provide us some extra power pretty quickly. Yeah, we're going to also have to start getting some of our iron and stuff going. Oh yeah, we're going to need this high efficiency plasma control, so we're going to need these wireless power towers. Those are nice to kind of pepper around your base, especially on the unlimited. You can put those kind of around because it's easier to scale up your power on the unlimited because it's a little bit less like, you know, oh crap, I'm suddenly run low on resources. I have to go like scale out some other thing across the galaxy, you know. But yeah, that's going through, and let's just kind of go take a look at things, see how things are doing over here. And we don't have any new buildings yet to kind of kick off, but next time we will. I guess we should see what we need to refresh. Definitely need to refresh some things because as you can see, we are definitely going through quite a bit of resources right now. Or these facilities and stuff that we're building. I mean, that's kind of a given. That's going to happen, you know. Oh, this crap. I gotta burn this crap off. We're just gonna tell it to burn these off next, because they just burn so quickly. Who cares? I guess I actually should have just grabbed... Oh, wait, I can't. Damn. Yeah, this is one thing. I wish I could just destroy things by dropping them on the ground. Or just destroy them. Wait, I think you can. Wait, can't you? You can hit the delete key, right? Yes, you can. Oh, wait, no, that just drops on the ground. That's not useful. Well, I guess we could just do it this way, because, who cares? Fine. Whatever. That's how they want to do it. Fine. Whatever. Alrighty then. Alright, I think this is where we're going to end it tonight. Thank you so much, all. I appreciate you stopping by. You know, I will be streaming again next week on Saturday, 7 p.m. Pacific time. Please keep an eye on my schedule on YouTube and on Twitch. Because of my move, it's very possible I might need to move my schedule around a little tiny bit. I might have to move it to Sunday. I might practice it. I'm not sure. But definitely expect at the end of this month, there will be probably 1 or 2 weeks without me streaming because I'll be moving, and you know, to be honest with you, trying to race to get myself set up with my desk on top of dealing with work and stuff. You know, the work is priority, so it's just going to be a lot to kind of deal with. So I would rather just be able to focus on my moving, focus on work and all those other kind of things, and then not have to stress so much about trying to get everything set up and rush and, to get the stream. Because honestly, I would really like to create a better, kind of cleaner setup. But I will let everybody know about those details as we get a little bit better. But I'm definitely going to try to stream next week. Please like, subscribe, share this around. It's greatly appreciated. And thank you all. And the next person that subscribes to my channel will get a planet named after him in this session. In this session, we're going to try to keep around for a while, now that we've got the new planet generation and such in here. And, now we're playing unlimited games, so we're going to really scale us up, and we're going to create some really big Dyson spheres. We're going to see how it goes. So, thank you so much, and I will see you later. Bye, my unicorns. Bye.